I think it's pretty much useless if we're gonna convert something else. It'll be about the same, maybe even worse if you can't like speed up. I mean it'd be okay for the cops, but if you think about it, like cops can't pull anybody over for speeding. They won't make any money. We'll have a shortage of food, and it's just. I know it's to conserve our natural resources, but what are we conserving it for if we're going to use that anyway? So it's really the point.
I think that we should start looking for more natural resources. The gas prices is ridiculous, and I think that if our country would focus more on finding other more safer ways for the environment to run our vehicles and supply our homes, we wouldn't be destroying the earth the way we are.
I think it might help some. The environmentalists ought to let us drill for oil in Alaska. That way we wouldn't have to get our oil from foreign countries. You know, they say that there's enough oil in Alaska to last us for years and years and years, but they won't let us drill because of a bug. They say if we happen to have an oil spill, that it would kill those bugs, and that it would be the end of them, because there's, I guess you would say, a protected species.
As far as electric cars, I think that it's definitely worth the sacrifice. I mean, we can all go a little bit slower in order to save the planet. I mean, because the more and more and more we pollute, the worse it gets for us and generations ahead of us. So I think if we make small sacrifices every day, like going 10 miles under the speed limit, then I think it would definitely be worth it. As for like ethanol, I think it's a valid choice, but same as before, the crude oil deposits are getting slimmer and slimmer, and we might be able to count on that to lower the prices, but I really don't think the price is the biggest issue. I mean, it seems like it's the hardest hitting home, but in the long run, I think that either we should go in a different direction and find a different type of fuel for cars and vehicles, or just buckle down and drive a little bit slower in order to save what's around us.
We should always keep looking to find new sources of fuel and stuff, but I mean, I don't think we should abandon the ones we already have. I don't think we should abandon gas just yet. Maybe by putting out all these electric cars and hydrogen cars will make the prices of gas go down.
Again, it's the people that are controlling everything. That it's not about conserving, it's about thinking in an alternative mindset. That why are we sticking with this original form, that the models of the cars that first came out, that the way that they were put together, they ran off of fuel because people thought that this was a main set, that it was going to be an endless resource. And cars now, even though they've been altered in minute ways, that with the ingenuity that we have, that why can we not create a whole new car that runs off of something man-made? That why can't we come up with a whole new car in general, the way it runs, what it is used to run. And I mean, I know that it's been tampered with slightly about thinking about water, but why not creating something completely different that would allow us to use it, make it, and have an endless amount of it.
I don't feel like I really pollute, aside from everyday things like, driving the car or whatever. But I don't throw trash on the ground. I put it in a trash can, especially if there's one a couple feet away. I don't know. I guess it's a concern. It's a natural concern. Like, we don't want the places where we live dirty, but
I try not to use plastic bags too much. I try to carry on a canvas bag, but I slip up from time to time. Who doesn't?
I guess I could say I'm kind of a hypocrite when it comes to pollution, because I get aggravated at all these places that I see on TV that have like giant smokestacks and they're polluting the ozone layer, and people that dump things into lakes. But if I'm going down the road and I just got something to eat at McDonald's, and I'm taking the straw out of the wrapper, most of the time I'll just throw it out the window. And I just don't think about it, it's just the first reaction that comes to my head.
I think pollution is a result of man carelessness and not respecting the world that we live in. This is the only place we have to live. If we destroy this, where would we go? There is no other place that man is capable of living on. If each one of us would just take a minute and think about the things that we throw away and what we're throwing away and where we're throwing them away, just take a minute to think about that. Little by little, we will be able to control the pollution, the global warming, and all the waste that this world seems to be just piling up on the natural resources and the animals in the forest.
I recycle when I think about it.
No, I do not recycle on a regular basis.
Yes, I am a very active recycler.
I don't recycle.
No, I don't recycle. I mean, I'd love to. I always say I don't have the time, but that's really not a good excuse. I just don't.
No, I don't recycle, and I apologize for not recycling, because I should. And everyone should recycle. I'm just lazy in general.
No, I don't recycle. I mean, people say something about it, and I'll be like, yeah, I want to recycle. I pretty much get lazy after I try to recycle.
Yeah, I recycle because eventually, one day we'll be walking on paper and swimming with cans or something. It's ridiculous.
I don't recycle. I don't know, I feel like everything's kind of just a fad right now. It's a good fad, but I think the whole green movement is prompted by the media and Hollywood, and I don't think it's going to last long. I think it'll eventually go out of style just like everything else does in Hollywood.